अरे वाह! अरे वाह! अरे वाह! अरे वाह!
मुबारक हो मुबारक हो मुबारक हो बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो बहुत बहुत मुबारक आपको बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो भाई आपको बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो अरे ये आपको भी बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो आपको भी मुबारक हो अरे भाई मुबारक हो मुबारक हो मुबारक हो भाई अरे भाई मुबारक हो आपको बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो भाई 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 बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो मुबारक मुबारक सर मुबारक सर मुबारक मुबारक हो आपको मुबारक हो पाएक भाई बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो किस चीज की मुबारक दे रहे हैं ये देखे भाई फूड फ्यूजन के YouTube चैनल 5 मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर्स पे पहुंच गया है दिस विल नेवर बी पॉसिबल विदाउट यू थैंक यू सो मच वी लव यू ऑल
अरे वाह! अरे वाह!
Happy fasting foodies, let's make 4 simple recipes with Magnolia ice cream for Raya. First, ketupat with a modern twist. For this recipe, we use Magnolia Neapolitan ice cream. It may look unusual, but the taste is spot on. Next, cornflakes jar and ice cream. For this recipe, layer cornflakes, vanilla ice cream, and another layer of cornflake. For a fruity twist, we added Magnolia Tutti Frutti ice cream. Our second recipe is ready. The most mind-blowing recipe, bahulu ice cream sandwich. Cut the bahulu in half, spread Magnolia ice chocolate and sweet corn ice cream, and it's done! Next, the most legendary drink for open house. Press down vanilla ice cream as the base, pour in ice cream soda and ice, and finally add Magnolia Tripolitan ice cream for an extra delicious taste. Oh, and if you buy any Magnolia 1.4 liter tub, you will get these cute free Raya packets. Don't wait any longer! Get Magnolia ice cream at your nearest supermarket now and celebrate Raya even sweeter. Enjoy foodies!
I've stumbled upon this hidden cafe right above this nursery in JB that surprises me by their unique range of dessert that really hits the spot. Step into their white cafe area upstairs, you're greeted with a bright and cozy atmosphere with a view of the exterior where you can see their garden landscape outside. As you approach the counter, you can browse through all their unique cakes and pastry on display for you. This is their homemade yeast fermented waffles, comes with 8 mini waffles and 2 sauces to drizzle on, and 4 scoops of ice cream of your choosing. And this is their botanical dessert. Each churros is hand-piped by the chef on the spot and fried to perfection. Comes with sauce and ice cream as well. This is mango harvest roll with sweet bunny marshmallow with fresh mango passion panna cotta in the middle. If you like strawberries, go for their berry blossom crumble, topped with fresh Korean strawberry and in-house vanilla sauce. 75% dark chocolate strawberry fudge and strawberry lemon pistachio are their must-try signatures. For something savory, they have Hawaiian pizza. They use premium Japanese flour in this. For drinks, they have Night Owl brew and hot coffee or tea. They also have kids meal here too. Comes with a cute bottle drink. Enjoy a walk through their outdoor garden to relax yourself and enjoy the space. Or head down to their nursery to shop for any plants you need. Enjoy foodies!
Barang sikit lah, Mom. Kalau barang banyak cantik.
Ya.
Selalu orang kalau
Timbul aja cheese tak boleh campur-campur.
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله ما لنا رب سوى لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا
मुंबई में ना आलू की एक चटपटी सी डिश बनती है जिसको लाल बटाटे कहते हैं। बटाटा यानी कि आलू, महाराष्ट्र में आलू को बटाटा कहते हैं। और ये जो लाल बटाटे ना, लाल चटपटे आलू होते हैं या लाल खट्टे आलू भी इसको कहा जाता है। ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग रेसिपी है, एकदम सिंपल रेसिपी है। एक तड़का पकाया जाता है जीरा, राई, कड़े पत्ते, मिर्ची, लहसुन, अदरक का, और फिर उसमें डाली जाती है इमली, और फिर डाले जाते हैं कुछ चटपटे से मसाले, और फिर उबले हुए आलू इसमें डालकर इसको पका लिया जाता है। थोड़ा सा खट्टा, थोड़ा सा तीखा, थोड़े से मसालेदार ये आलू बनते हैं और इनको खाने में बहुत मज़ा आता है। और साथ में एक स्पेशल चटनी मैं बनाता हूँ जो बहुत ब्यूटीफुल लगती है। और फिर पाव को ना डायरेक्ट आंच पर सेक कर चटनी में डुबाओ पाव को, आलू को उठाओ, ऊपर प्याज रखो और फिर खाओ, मज़े आ जाएंगे। ये सिंपल रेसिपी मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल प्योर फूड लैब पर मैंने अपलोड कर दी है। यू कैन गो एंड चेक इट आउट राइट नाउ, या नीचे कमेंट्स में आलू लिख दो एंड आई सेंड द लिंक डायरेक्टली टू योर डीएम्स। एंजॉय दिस ब्यूटीफुल रेसिपी एट योर होम गाइस। चीयर्स।
तो चलिए एक्सप्लोर करते हैं मालवनी का स्टार मार्केट विद फूडी काशिफ।
من صليت بكل الأنبياء يا من في قلبك رحمة للناس يا من ألفت قلوبا بالإسلام يا حبيبي يا شافعي يا رسول الله بأمي وأبي فديتك سيدي صلاة وسلام عليك يا نبي حبيبي يا محمد أتيت بالسلام والهدى محمد حبيبي يا محمد يا رحمة للعالمين يا
Now we need to talk about this. This is the thinnest iPhone ever. Well, it might be. This is a metal dummy mock-up of the iPhone 17 Air. Now the Air is the much rumoured new phone in the iPhone lineup, and let me tell you, from what I've seen in the metal dummies I've published a video of on YouTube and at EFTM.com, we've got a big change coming with the iPhone 17. So let's take a look. So this is a model that will replace the Plus. It appears that later this year, if this is all to be true, because this is just rumors and leaks, there'll be an iPhone 17, an iPhone 17 Pro, iPhone 17 Pro Max, but there'll be no iPhone 17 Plus. Instead, there'll be this, the iPhone 17 Air. This is a larger screen than the standard iPhone 17, but it's slightly smaller than the iPhone 16 Plus was. It'll be around 5.65 millimeters in thickness. Now, for comparison, this is an iPhone 16 Pro Max. Can you even begin to take that in? Look, 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 look. It's unbelievable. 5.65 millimeters. That'll make it the thinnest iPhone ever. The iPhone 6 was about 6.9 millimeters, and it might even make it thinner than Samsung's Galaxy S24 Edge, which is around 5.8 something. So that's the thickness at the main body, but there's still a camera island and a camera bump, which are the big thickness of the thing, but we don't measure them then. We ignore that. But look at that huge camera island all the way across, kind of like a Google Pixel, and a single camera. So a fascinating product. I don't know. What do you think? Would you want a super slim iPhone, or are you desperate for the multiple cameras? Is this a bit of a misstep? Does it need to have multiple cameras? We won't know until September, when Apple actually announces the iPhone 17 range. But if this is to be believed, this is going to be a very different iPhone. Forget all the photos people have been showing you or the video mock-ups. This is a thing that's in my hand. I'm the one showing you the iPhone 17 Air first. Apple's hearing test is available in Australia. There's a software update rolling out now for iPhones and AirPods, which enables the hearing test and hearing aid function of the AirPods Pro 2 on your iPhone. And it's as simple as, if you already own a set of AirPods Pro 2, you don't need to do anything other than your normal software update. But if you worry about your hearing, you can now do a hearing test. You simply go into the settings of your AirPods right there, and then you'll see down here the option to take a hearing test. It is as simple as that. Once your AirPods are in, it'll go through a couple of steps to check who you are, over 18, you're not sick, you haven't been to a concert lately, and then it'll actually do a test on the environment around you, and it'll check that essentially you're in a quiet space. It'll check that the fit for your AirPods is correct. It's playing some music in my ear right now. And once you do that, then you're in the process of the actual hearing test. And it's really, really simple. Basically, just like you do in any other hearing test at a doctor or wherever, it plays a little sound. And it does this over the period of about, they say 5 minutes, I say 6 to 8 minutes, depending on how good you are. But it's not a test. You don't have to be fast. So basically, every time I hear a little beep, I press that button. I hear a beep, I press the button. It does about 3 or 4 minutes on your left ear, then 3 or 4 minutes on your right ear, and you hear all these little chirps and beeps at different frequencies, and then it determines how good or bad your hearing is. And then in the Health app, you can see your hearing results. Now this shows me that I have no hearing loss, which is great. But if it did had any hearing loss, then you could apply very specific settings to your AirPods to actually enhance your hearing. So basically it'll enhance the sound of people around you. It'll make everything sound better to you because you have a hearing loss. I think there's a stigma around hearing aids. I think there's a stigma around hearing loss. The data that Apple has shows that about 1.5 billion people suffer a hearing loss, and it's quite likely that 1 billion of them are simply ignoring it. Now, the thing is, in Australia, that's 3.5 million people, and that is millions of people who are ignoring their potential hearing loss, and it could all be fixed by simply wearing AirPods. Very cool. It's free software update. If you already own these, you're done. If you don't, they're $3.99. And you can do a clinically validated hearing test, clinical grade hearing aids. Amazing.
يلا لغزك عن حيوان. السؤال الأول أعطوني إياه على الشاشة. اسم علم مؤنث.
مها.
خطأ. أعطوني الدليل الثاني. يعيش في الصحراء. بس قربت على فكرة.
مها.
قلت مها.
المها.
قلت المها، قلنا لك غلط. يلا الدليل الثالث. جزيرة في أبوظبي. الدليل الرابع على ال 25
الريم.
فلس إماراتي.
الريم.
الريم. أخيرا إجابة صحيحة. بنحسب لك أكيد صندوقين ورقمين. بطاقة ولا مفتاح؟
مفتاح.
مفتاح. نروح للمفتاح. آخر كلام نقول؟
آخر كلام.
نروح للمفتاح. كان فيها 3000 درهم يا سيف. لا يا سيف، المفتاح ما فتح الخزنة، لكن سيف عندك صندوق إضافي رقم 1. أنت بديت ونهيت. شو بتختار، بطاقة ولا مفتاح؟
مفتاح.
مفتاح آخر كلام؟
آخر كلام.
أنت عينك على الخزنة، أعرف أنا. يلا الله يوفقك إن شاء الله. كان فيها 2000 درهم سيف. نقول بعد باي باي لل 2000 درهم ونروح إلى الخزنة معاك يا سيف. الله يوفقك يا سيف. بسم الله. لا يا سيف، ضاعت الفرصة يا سيف. المفتاح ما فتح لك الخزنة، نعتذر منك.